There is something magical about rain. It doesn't knock on the door before it arrives. It simply appears, quietly transforming everything it touches. The world slows down, the noise fades, and for a few precious moments, time itself seems to breathe a little softer. While people see gray skies, I see a masterpiece being painted one drop at a time. The first drop is always my favorite. It carries the promise of change. The scent of wet earth fills the air, awakening memories we did not even know were sleeping. It's amazing how something as simple as rain can instantly transport us back to childhood. When puddles were playgrounds, paper boats were adventures, and getting wet was never a problem. Every street tells a different story when it rains. The reflections in the puddles create a second world beneath our feet. Cars move slower, people walk faster. But if you stop for just a moment, you will notice details that are invisible on ordinary days. The rhythm of raindrops becomes the soundtrack of the city. Even the busiest places begin to feel peaceful. Rain is nature's language. It speaks to rivers, forests, mountains, and oceans. Every drop nourishes life in ways we rarely notice. The trees don't complain about the storm. The flowers don't fear getting wet. Instead, they embrace it, knowing that every storm carries the gift of growth. Perhaps that's a lesson we all need. Sometimes the seasons that challenge us becomes the one that shapes us the most. There is a unique comfort in watching the rain from a window, a warm drink in your hands, a favorite book waiting to be opened. The gentle sound of raindrops replacing the endless noise of everyday life. These are the moments that remind us happiness doesn't always arrive in grand celebrations. Sometimes it lives quietly in the smallest moments. Rain has a strange way of making us think. It slows our footsteps so our thoughts can finally catch up. Dreams we have often forgotten begin to return. Questions we have ignored quietly ask for answers. And somehow, beneath the cloudy sky, our hearts begin to feel a little lighter. Maybe we don't always need perfect weather. Maybe we simply need a moment to reconnect with ourselves. Rain teaches us patience. No storm lasts forever. Every cloud eventually moves on. The darkest skies often produce the most beautiful sunsets. Life works the same way. Challenges come without warning. but they also leave behind strength, wisdom, and gratitude that sunshine alone could never teach. And then, almost without noticing, the rain begins to slow. The clouds slowly part. Golden rays of sunlight touch the earth once again. Everything looks cleaner, brighter, active. It's as if the world has quietly pressed the reset button. Perhaps that's why rain will always be special. It reminds us that beauty isn't found only in clear skies. Sometimes beauty arrives wrapped in gray clouds. Sometimes healing sounds like falling raindrops. Sometimes hope begins with a storm. The rain never asks us to be perfect. It simply reminds us that change is natural, growth is quiet, and ever ending carries the promise of a new beginning. So the next time the sky turns gray, don't be too quick to run away. Pause, listen, feel the cool breeze. Watch every raindrop write its own story. Because somewhere between the thunder and the silence, the rain might be telling you exactly what your heart needed to hear. If you enjoy this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me for more cinematic stories inspired by the beauty of everyday life. Until next time, keep exploring, keep appreciating the little things, and remember every storm is temporary, but the lessons it leaves behind can last a lifetime.